Hello, everyone. Welcome back to a Big Finish news special covering some of the latest Big Finish news. Once again, I am joined with Luke.
Yes, hello everyone. Here we are. On November 23rd last year, we had the reveal of Once a Future, didn't we? Big Finish's big 60th anniversary of Doctor Who celebration, starring, they announced Tom Baker, Peter Davison, Colin Baker, Sylvester McCoy, Paul McGann, Christopher Eccleston, and David Tennant, of course. And we got 8 titles. It was going to be like eight one disc releases through, I believe it's, yeah, May to October this year, with two in October, and then we had to wait all the way until November 2024 until we get that final little coda, they've called it, at the end. But now, thanks to Gallifrey One, we've got new details, haven't we? A little bit more to go on.
Yes, a bit more guest cast. So far we've had announced Michelle Gomez, Nicola Walker, Georgia Tennant as Jenny, the Doctor's daughter, because there's another Jenny on this list. We have Michelle Ryan as Lady Christina, a person I didn't expect to see in the anniversary special, personally.
No, you've got some like expected faces, some
Yes,
that I wouldn't have guessed but don't surprise me,
yeah.
and then you've got some downright surprising ones, for better or for worse.
I mean, I guess with like the 8th of March and oh yeah, she wasn't in Legacy of Time, Lady Christina. It was Jenny.
No,
Um, so we have Jackie Tyler. That was another little surprise. Didn't expect
that
Jackie to.
was probably the most oddball one.
Yeah, I think so. It makes you think: is Rose gonna have a slight um little cameo, maybe? We have Macintosh as Madame Vastra, Catherine Stewart as Jenny, Dan Starkey as Strax, Sadie Miller as Sarah Jane Smith, Christopher Naylor as Harry Sullivan, Ken Bones as the General, and Beth Chalmers as Veclin.
Mm. Alongside these, we also had some exciting doctors confirmed, didn't we?
Mm,
Ones that we heavily suspected or pretty much already knew, thanks
I think we
to, well,
hoped.
yeah, we hoped that we get Stephen Noon as the first Doctor, Michael Troughton as the second, and Tim Treloar as the third, because they are the main Big Finish recasts for those Doctors, and so it feels only right that they get to have their place in this, to bring those Doctors into it, and also it just helps to legitimize them as recast, doesn't it? In a way,
Mm,
it makes, yeah, it feels like they've made it almost, doesn't it?
to be part of sort of the face of Big Finish at the 60th, but also a face that should be honoured in this is David Warner. This is his last appearance as the Unbound Doctor, so it's a nice way of Big Finish sort of legitimizing their Doctor in this
Mm.
60th celebration.
Yeah, it's good to have them all standing shoulder to shoulder, isn't it? Recasts, originals, and I mean, is David Warner technically a recast because he is a third Doctor?
In another, I mean,
Yeah,
David
Yeah.
Warner's one of those wonderful actors where he was a Doctor that never was on screen. There's wonderful fan edits of him, and people have put like Doctor Who music, and yeah, there's a lot of stuff where you think, yeah, he would have been amazing on screen, and he's amazing
Yeah,
on audio.
he really is, or sadly was, but like, we are getting this one last performance alongside Christopher Eccleston, it would appear, because he said himself at a Nunna convention a while back, didn't he, about how his
Yes,
favourite story was one he got to record alongside David Warner. And I mean, he himself even said if any actor should have been the Doctor, it was David Warner.
I think that's probably the most exciting one, what we know of. I think
Mm,
just because everything at this current moment in time is still shrouded in secrecy, and I think this is just the tip of the iceberg.
yeah, I mean, they even say in the article with many more guest stars to be announced. So I suppose these are going to be the main ones. And then, of course, we'll get loads of cameos as well. Some probably announced upcoming, and some will be utter surprises, which will be a joy.
I mean, Jackie Tyler and Colin Baker be quite cool. Sixth Doctor and Jackie, that'd be quite an interesting combo.
Yeah, I hope with the way this is laid out, they're able to mix and match the combinations a bit more. You know, don't go for the obvious choices, because with Big Finish, you get that anyway. If you want more stories with, the Fourth Doctor, Sarah and Harry, you could go for the Lost stories and hopefully more to come in other adventures. On TV with Celebrations, I think it's a bit different because that is those Doctors coming back for the first time. You kind of want to see them with their companions again.
Yeah, you want to be reminded of what you miss.
Yeah, but on Big Finish, we get reminded of what we miss every day.
Yeah,
So I think, it would be more fun to mix that up. And with the Doctor seemingly splitting between lives all the time in this story, that would make sense for him to encounter people he knows, but with old and new faces on. Just to give it a bit more of a unique flavour, really. And just have some fun, see what combinations work that you wouldn't be able to do otherwise.
Because I think this is the first time where we've seen the new series take pretty much a front and center in the anniversary special. In terms of like the licensing, because obviously when they had the 50th, it was still relatively just classic Doctor. Then 2015 we had the new series license, and then 2019 we had Legacy of Time, which is more of a celebration of Big Finish. So the new series was slowly sort of trickling in, and now we've moved to this.
Yeah, I suppose also when Legacy of Time came around as well, there was less available to them, really. Like, we're able to fit Jenny in there alongside Peter Davison, her father. But other than that, I mean, you had David Tennant for a brief cameo. I think David Bradley was there as well, wasn't he?
Again, little cameo in the last story. Spoilers.
Yeah. It's been out a while.
It's been out, 4 years.
Yeah. Yeah, but with those, this was before a lot of new series stuff really came to Big Finish. Oh, you had Unit as well, of course.
Oh yes, yeah, the new series with Kate.
Yeah, Kate and Osgood, yeah. And Older Joe, I suppose, kind of counts as new series with
true.
Sarah Jane Adventures and Power of the Doctor now.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, certainly around that time, we hadn't got Christopher Eccleston yet. We hadn't got David Tennant on the level we would later get him thanks to lockdown. And so now it feels like we're able to have more of that. Although one surprising exclusion at the moment is Jonathan Carley as the War Doctor.
Yes, because obviously the way what we know so far is it's the Doctor on the battlefield. So a part of you would think Jonathan Carley would be in it at the start, but unless it's McGann.
Yeah, part of me does wonder if they'll want it to be McGann just so it is, an original Doctor.
But then I'd like it to be the War Doctor because it's covering all aspects of the show's history.
Yeah, that's true. I think War Doctor would make more sense. Especially if, to fit McGann in there properly then. If he's flitting through other lives that he's previously had, McGann can then be one of those lives and have a full story.
Which you'd hope. You'd hope he has that.
Yeah, I mean, alongside these cast details, we also got writers confirmed. So, Past Lives, the first story, will be written by Robert Valentine. The Artist at the End of Time by James Goss. A Genius for War by Jonathan Morris. Two's Company by Lisa McMullen. The only writer here to be writing two of them. The Martian Invasion of Planetoid 50 by Jonathan Barnes. Time Lord Immemorial by Lisa McMullen again, and then The Union by Matt Fitton, and then finally The Coda, The Final Act by Tim Foley. And what a great writer to end things off with. We love Tim Foley here.
Yeah.
Also just a great selection in general.
Yeah. Do you want to speculate of which Doctor you think fits each title?
I mean, Two's Company sort of jumps out as a Michael Troughton one, even though I imagine he's got a smaller role. But yeah, I don't. What about you? Any of them jump out to you?
Time Lord Immemorial, I get Colin from it. Because of like Necros, I just have that. I just picture that.
Perhaps. I feel like the Union will probably be maybe more than one, because we don't know how this is going to go. We know it's going to start off with the Doctor switching between different regenerations, but is that going to be the way it stays? Because with David Tennant and Christopher Eccleston involved, are they going to be separate from the future, or are they just going to be flicking through future incarnations as well here, because that's not quite how the story's described, but it could be a twist coming along later.
Because this is the thing. They've been recording this for so many years, and it'd be interesting to see what the original idea was, and whether with the rise of the 14th Doctor they had to alter it slightly. I don't know.
I feel like by then it would have been too late, the 14th Doctor. But yeah, I mean, past lives, I think Tom Baker would be a good bet. Because I feel like that's the sort of face you'd want to kick things off with.
Yeah, it's the oldest Doctor's face you can have.
Yeah, oldest surviving one. So it feels like he's the right one to get things going with.
It's a grand opening to have Tom.
Yeah. I mean, artists at the end of time, just because at the end of time, you sort of think Tennant. I doubt it, because I feel like he'll be coming on a bit later in it, but you just get simply because it's called The End of Time. It's the only one I can think of.
See, I think with that one, I just hope it's The Unbound, because it's James Goss and he did a lot of work for the New Adventures of Bernice Summerfield. And I'd like to see James Goss write for Eccleston.
Yeah, has he not done that yet?
No, he's not done it.
Yeah, he'd definitely be a good choice to write for Eccleston. I mean, Martian Invasion of Planetoid 50. Do you think we're getting Ice Warriors?
I'd hope so. I get McGann vibe off that title, actually.
Yeah, it sort of puts you in mind of what's that novel that came out just after the TV movie?
The novel?
The one that had Bernice in.
The Dying Days.
Yeah, that's it.
I was thinking of Invaders from Mars.
Yeah,
with Ace and Charlie.
Yeah, I suppose lots of different options, really. It's hard to speculate at this point. They've not given us any details as to who's going to be in what yet, how exactly it's going to be broken up. We could potentially be seeing multiple Doctors per story, really. Could switch lives halfway through. That'd be interesting.
Yeah, I was thinking, could it be like a dimension time thing where we just sort of cycle through a load of Doctors?
Yeah, that'd certainly be something a little bit interesting to play with.
Yeah, it'd be interesting, because I think this isn't the atypical thing we were expecting, because normally with a Big Finish celebration you get it all in one box set, but having it one story a month, I guess, makes it more unique and more of an event, really, and more of a anticipation and build up to the big event on screen. The actual 60th special.
I think it's good that it allows more discussion and speculation between stories. But it was also kind of funny that with Big Finish, box sets used to be the big special events, but now everything's a box set. So how do you make something like the 60th celebration unique? You make it individual releases like everything else used to be. And
do a limited edition to 3,000 copies. Still don't know the difference of that.
No, still. Well, we know some details, but not quite what we're going to be getting, because apparently it's numbered releases. So you're sitting there like, if I go for the standard, am I just not going to get a number on the spine? Is that how this works?
Do you actually get consistency if you get a limited edition one?
Yeah. Oh, you probably will right up until the last one comes out in November next year. There'll be a curveball into it.
There'll be a new logo.
Yeah, something's got to give. This is Big Finish. They can't do a consistent run to save their lives.
It's a meme. Even they know that they have that issue.
Yeah, the intern out on Twitter laughs in the face of the Time War complaints.
Eccleston's become a new casualty of that.
Yeah, he has. He's all over the place, isn't he?
Oh, bless him.
Yeah. But any last thoughts?
It's all very exciting. I'm excited to get more details, and I'm sure we will cover further details on a Big Finish fan or in one of these. But one thing for sure is we're definitely going to be doing reviews on all of these stories.
Yeah, we'll be picking them up and we'll be having a good old chat with everyone about them, won't we?
Oh yeah, so it'd be a nice little community each month to go. So where do you think this series is going? and we can speculate and have a load of fun.
Yeah, it should be exciting. And I think that is definitely the plus side of this not being a single box set, one and done thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, excited for that. And excited to get cover. Come on, Big Finish. We're waiting for it.
I mean, it could be 2 covers.
Yeah, they could drop 8 at once. I don't know.
Ooh, that'd be
it.
I mean, they did with Dalek Universe pretty quick, didn't they?
Yeah, they got for all those. Like, we had the 3rd cover before the first set came out, so...
Yeah, so it's not unprecedented.
Yeah. And, what's it called? Classic Doctors New Monsters Volume 4. We had that, like, back just after the 3rd one came out, I think. Well over a year before it's due out. I suppose it also depends on spoilers as well, doesn't it?
Yeah.
They might not want to give covers too far in advance in case it gives stuff away for releases that aren't yet out. We shall see.
Or we might have little surprise covers like Old Friends.
Yeah.
The Annihilators, they could just sort of surprise us and go, haha.
I mean, apparently we're getting extra artwork inside, aren't we, or something as well? So, yeah, lots and lots to look forward to here. Just bring on Once and Future, I suppose.
Yeah. And hopefully John Coleshaw's in it, because it'd be nice to have the brig.
That feels fitting.
Be nice.
Yeah, especially because he sat out Legacy of Time, didn't he? Or
only had a cameo. Yeah, I think he was in Cameo and Legacy, I think. Maybe.
Because he was another recast that hadn't quite been fully established by that point.
Yeah.
I think it came out about the same time as Volume 5.
Just a few months after.
Yeah. Yeah, so I suppose they were still like hedging their bets a bit on that. And it was probably recorded a long time before Volume 5 was. So.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
Any last things to say?
Bring on May.
Yeah, bring on May. Get Jacob in it as well.
Oh, hey, if we got Paternoster.
Yeah, you could join
There's a
them.
chance. There's a chance.
Yeah. We're in the right era.
Yeah, exactly.
There we go.
If you've enjoyed this little news segment, please do like and subscribe. We do weekly Big Finish streams. So yeah, thank you everyone. Let us know your thoughts on this news. Be very interested to know what you make of it. So yeah, thank you everyone, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Goodbye.